Most popular jobs according to Reddit Final Fantasy XIV.
Hello everyone. Just another quick video for y'all. I ran a few polls regarding players' favorite jobs and Shadowbringers in the Final Fantasy XIV subreddit, and I wanted to share the results and some comments with you. For the polls, I gave the broadest criteria possible. I asked them to choose their favorite, whether it be for aesthetic reasons, how they play, their DPS rankings, job quest story, etc. So suffice it to say, again, this isn't an official what's the best job list. I started off with tanks and I predicted that it would be somewhat close, but the top two were a lot closer than I thought they would.
Dark, Gunbreaker, Paladin. Wow, Warrior. I actually thought Paladin would be the least popular. I thought like Warrior would be higher than Paladin. But these two I am not surprised. Dark Knight and Gunbreaker do seem very popular actually. Because Gunbreaker is like the newest, tank class, and then Dark Knight is the second most newest.
We had Warrior with the least amount of votes, which I thought was interesting. More on that in a sec. Paladin, unsurprisingly, came in at the low middle spot, so in the end, only Gunbreaker came close to standing up to Dark Knight. It was back and forth up to the end, but Dark Knight won the most popular tank by only 7 votes. User Too Shady for Ladies commented with a poll they had just ran asking healers which tank they prefer to heal, which came back with almost the exact opposite rankings. Warrior had won that poll, followed by Paladin, Dark Knight, and Gunbreaker at the bottom.
Why don't people want to heal Gunbreaker? Favorite tanks to heal. Are Gunbreakers the hardest to heal? Well, Gunbreaker, to be fair, is like a DPSer. They don't even put their, what's the word for when you attract the enemy? Enmity? Gunbreakers don't even have to use that all the time, and they just feel like DPSers. I wonder why it's hard to heal them.
Next was healers. White Mage took the top spot, followed by Astrologian and Scholar. I expected this result, but the healer poll did have the lowest amount of votes. Maybe we'll see more interaction with healers once Sage is playable. User
I'm not surprised with the healer.
Vote for their Chocobo, which wasn't an option. Who knows? Had it been an option, it may have overtaken Scholar even. Maybe best not to find out. On to melee DPS. Monk came in at the bottom by a decent margin. Ninja took 3rd place, and the Dragoon's cool factor and simplicity sealed the win over the Samurai's raw power.
When was this video made? I feel like I barely see Dragoons. I thought like people joked about Dragoons so much and shitting on them so much that I feel like I barely see any Dragoons. I also don't see a lot of Samurais. I feel like I'm one of the only Samurais. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is melee. Don't mind me. I don't know why I was thinking about like the whole DPS. No, this makes sense. I thought though, okay, now I'm looking at this with all like the melees. I definitely do know that Monk is the lowest. I thought Ninja would be higher. Or maybe these two similar actually. Maybe these two similar and then Dragoon. Yeah, I guess.
This seemed to be the poll with the most I love X job, but I voted for Y comments. I'm surprised Monk isn't more popular, but I do agree that the others are just straight up cooler and easier to play. Physical Ranged Dps was next with another close bout between Machinist and Dancer, with Dancer claiming victory.
I also think it's because people also like the Dragoon armor, and because Estinian. Estinian is such a huge part of the story, and he's so cool that everyone's like, yo, I want to be like him and be a Dragoon. Okay, most popular ranged physical DPSers. Okay, Dancer, the most popular, and then Machinist, and then a Bard. Oh yeah, we even have those videos of like people shitting on Bard, right? Because it's like not the greatest class right now, or the greatest job right now. Dancer makes a whole lot of sense because it's a very good kind of support DPS. They give like buffs and stuff, and it's fun to play Dancer. I have Dancer experience a little bit, so at least I could say that much about Dancer. Machinist, I do not have a Machinist, but I do see a lot of Machinists in PvP. I think maybe Machinist is really good for PvP. Bards are only used in Limsa Lominsa.
Victory by 15 votes. Still, Bard had more votes than I expected, with comments in favor of their uniqueness, dynamic rotation, and sentiment from the previous expansions. Dancer seems to be the job most of those in the comments didn't like until they tried, so if you haven't tried it yet, maybe give it a shot.
Yeah,
For the only role left, Magical Ranged DPS, Red Mage won handily over the others, and it kept its lead the entire poll, or at least was always leading when I checked back
everyone having a Red Mage.
Black Mage and Summoner were somewhat close, but Black Mage took 2nd place. I'm hoping that
is
Endwalker
not
brings awesome
love.
changes to the summoner job, as it definitely needs more polish. All in all though, I'm just excited to see and hear more about the expansion and see the job action trailer. Here's a quick overview of total votes so far.
Ooh, this
That's
is
right.
what I want to see. Yeah, I was just about to say, I want to know how bad summoner is compared to, like, you know, monk and scholar and a bard. Bard is higher than summoner? Oh, what has happened? Summoner, how have you fallen below bard? How is warrior? How is warrior below a bard? Isn't that sad? Monk and scholar, sag. Red mage, yeah, I was saying earlier, red mage, there's always a red mage. I don't have a red mage, but that was actually the next class I was going to unlock. But then since Endwalker is just like 2 days away, I got no time for red mage right now. I'll do the red mage after I do the reaper and sage. You mean summoner? Oh, I should ask you for tips. Summoner was my first job, but I'm not gonna focus on that until the new skills all come out, and then I'll look up like proper rotations with the new skills and stuff. I don't mean to, you know, I'm not crapping on bard or anything, but I think there are some very good bard players out there. It's only because I watched that video where that one Lucy Pyre video where she said bard was bad. If there's a whole video on a bard being bad, then to me, my new brain as a new player cannot understand why summoner and warrior are below bard. People hate summoner that much because of the dots, and I don't even know why people hate warrior for. I'm guessing the only reason why warrior is not played as much as the other tanks is because their outfits, like a gunbreaker and a dark knight's outfits, are probably better than warrior's outfits like 99% of the time. Or 100% of the time.
We're not done yet. I pit the winners against each other in the final poll, but let's check the statistics out super quick. What I found interesting is that the least popular jobs actually are arranged in a one per role way with bard, summoner, warrior, monk, and scholar. I don't think this necessarily means they need complete reworks, but maybe just a little love, or maybe the players ought to give them another solid chance. Moving on to the results of the final poll. Each job has solid support behind it, but Red Mage pulled out the win. Dark Knight just edged out Dancer for the number 2 spot by 3 votes, followed by Dragoon and White Mage. Here's a final graph showing the total votes for all the jobs. The thing I find interesting about the leaders here is that they are all some of the simplest jobs to play and perform well at. Also, as we follow the graph down, the jobs get more complex and end at the jobs that arguably could use reworks. Are the majority of
Oh, really? They get more complex? So, is playing bard hard? Is playing a warrior hard? Those are things I don't know, but I ask you guys. It's either, if they're really at the bottom, yeah, it's either like they need rework, or they're just very boring, or they're too hard. Has to be like one of those reasons, right?
Editors or players in general taking the easy way out? Are they a bunch of casuals? Who's to say? I'm only joking.
Are they a bunch of casuals? Who's to say?
Hopefully some of you found this amusing or interesting.
It was
Thanks to the
very
Final Fantasy XIV
good.
subreddit for participating in the polls. I look forward to doing something similar once Endwalker has been out for a while. Let me know what you thought and what you would have voted for in the comments.
That gives me an excellent idea for my polls on YouTube.